This is our 5th annual World Wetlands Day, and we're very proud to host all these different environmental groups here.
We started in 2009, and it just involved Carlson High School. And at that time, we had the exhibitions in the library. So as you can imagine, it was a much smaller event. Every year it's grown in popularity and I believe in importance.
So I've been planning this since September, and I have 23 outside groups and 80 people here willing to donate their time. They don't get anything from this. They donate their time to come out here and teach you guys a little bit about environmental stewardship and why the environment is important.
Dozens of booths were set up for students of all ages where they could go to learn about everything from local Native American culture to the history and science behind our wetlands.
About 6 years ago, we had an idea. We had worked very hard to save Humbug Marsh, the last mile of natural shoreline on the U.S. mainland of the Detroit River. Save it from development. We were able to do that. So we had the idea of applying to become a wetland of international importance under the International Ramsar Convention. It's Humbug Marsh. It's in your backyard.
Yeah, we brought a marsh master in, a machine that can float on marshes, and so we can go into the wetlands and do all kinds of work, whether it's just getting in there to do wildlife surveys or getting there to mow vegetation that we need mowed. That could be for a prescribed fire that we like to set in certain wetlands at certain times in order to remove vegetation and enhance habitat for wildlife.
How important do you think it is to educate everybody that comes in about the wetlands around here?
I think it's very vital because especially with the wetlands, the coastal wetlands that we have, they're a state threatened as well. And because of that, we have animals like the eastern fox snake and some of the others that are state threatened also because their habitat's being destroyed. So it's important for us to educate about it.
And how is the Wyandotte connected to the wetlands around us here?
Okay. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to come back, actually 2 years ago, and meet Dr. John Hardig and take a tour of the International Wildlife Refuge. And we were just very impressed with what they've been able to do to revitalize and bring life back to an area that was basically dead. We don't own land. We feel like we occupy land, and that we have an obligation to our Creator to protect the land, to be caretakers of the land.
Former Chief Steve Grunda played a big role in that. Him and Dr. John Hardy got together and they fought the development people that wanted to develop that land and make it commercialized. And they fought it tooth and nail and they won. And if it wasn't for those two guys, well, I don't know what we'd be looking at.
Teachers from 4 different schools along with their students were also in attendance to see what World Wetlands Day was about.
This is our 6th year of the Weiss Salmon Project. This is something that we do with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources, and our students are raising salmon in the classroom from itty-bitty egg till about they're 2 or 3 inches long, where we go and release them in the Huron River.
Yeah, well, we started an ecology club at our school, and the whole point of the ecology club is to show students what they can do to help restore the environment, what they can do to protect the environment. And more importantly, I want to let kids know that protecting the environment isn't something you do in high school to get community service hours, that you can have a career. If you work really hard, you can have a career where you get paid good money to protect the environment.
I really enjoy the fact that there are all kinds of organizations, state and federal and local, governmental and private. I think it's very important for the kids to see that all of these groups are working, in different ways and oftentimes together.
Overall, this was a unique experience for students and they learned quite a lot.
I think it's important to learn about the wetlands because there's a lot around.
Wetlands is important because we have to preserve them.
And there's not many left in the world.
Learning about the wetlands is important because we live in a wetlands. I mean, can't really escape this.